It's very difficult to, quote, live each day to its fullest. But when I watch sunrise every day, I think I'm getting a lot closer to that line of living every day to the fullest. A good sunrise will live within you for the day, if not for several days. It's about feeling sunrise more than it is watching sunrise. It is about the sand between your toes. It is about the wind on your face. All those things, all those senses that you get from being at sunrise, I love to feel that every morning. I love it because it just sets up the day knowing that I'm present. It's about getting in nature every day. It's about getting outside every day, no questions asked, no matter the weather. I'm Bugsy Sailor. I watch sunrise, and as of today, it's been 4.5 years of watching every single sunrise.
So how did this project begin?
Long or short answer? It's a Lake Superior project. I've always joked that my soul is buried somewhere out there, and I'm fine with that. I don't need to retrieve it. I can leave it be, but it will always bring me back to Superior. So it wasn't until I moved away from the UP in Lake Superior that I really found my true love for it, and it definitely called me back. Mentally, I'd committed to doing every sunrise of 2019. So I did the first one at Whitefish Point on Lake Superior. It was stunning. It was my, quote, double rainbow moment. Knew I would do it again the next day, but I wasn't public, didn't tell any friends until I got through a month of sunrises and knew that I could maybe, potentially do it for a full year. Complete my goal of watching every sunrise of 2019, 365. As I reflected on that year, the takeaway I wanted other people to have was just to simply watch more sunrises. I came out with this pledge called the Sunrise Pledge, and for people to commit to watching more sunrise this year than they had in the previous. So if you only watched one, you only have to watch 2 this year. Going into 2020, all of a sudden I realized, wait, 2020 is a leap year. I can actually fulfill this same pledge myself by watching 366 sunrises in 2020. So that's part of the reason why it bled into a whole other year, is because I could actually go into it and beat 365. And now it's also such a habit that it's pretty easy to keep going. I wake up and I'm generally out the door within 5 to 10 minutes. Sunrise comes first. I don't have a sip of coffee, I don't check emails, I don't check social media. My goal is to be, I'm out the door 20 minutes before sunrise every day. It's not always beautiful, it's not always easy. It is harsh, especially along the shores of Lake Superior, which means -30 wind chills, sideways rain, sleet. So it's not always this beautiful, peaceful, serene thing. It is all the extremes of Lake Superior, but those stormy days are some of my favorites. Those are the ones that are super invigorating, wake you up for the day. Those make or break you. But I love the inclement weather because it's variety and it gets you in the soul. Originally, I didn't plan a specific location for 1000. It's Sunrise 1000, might as well do something special. Coincidentally, later that day, I had to be at a funeral service downstate. And the last time I had seen that friend was on Mackinac Island. Mackinac Island's on the way downstate for her celebration of life. Yeah, it was the perfect 1000th sunrise. The display, the sunrise wall, sunrise gallery came 2 years after this project started. It was a beautiful way to see the entirety of a year. The Sunrise Gallery is a little side component of my downtown shop in Marquette at Upper Peninsula Supply Company. We are part UP, part Uper, part plaid, and then part all things sunrise on the side. So I love when people really engage with it. I love when people recognize the commitment. It just happened this week. A woman came around the corner. She said, "This is your work?" She said, "It brought me to tears." I definitely hear a lot of birthdays and anniversaries in store, but there's also a lot of social media feedback and comments I receive. A month or two ago, I received one that was really moving about someone who was facing a terminal illness and came out healthy, fought through it. And she sent me a wonderful message about how my sunrise content gave her something to look forward to, something to brighten her day, especially as she was laying in the hospital every single day. I said the first 2 years were for myself, were my own growth, my own meditation, my own finding presence in the world. But the scope has changed. Now it's the joy that I've learned that it brings other people. That's what's keeping me motivated right now. It's amazing when you get here. This project has allowed me to, as much as possible, not take it for granted, appreciate it every day. It's a wonderful way to stay connected to the Great Lakes, furthering the stories and finding unique ways to celebrate the Upper Peninsula.